I'm just going to do a short video to show you that I've actually started junk journaling. So Darlene sent me a link to a beginner's tutorial done by Nick the Booksmith on YouTube, and I watched that and I carefully listened to all of her instructions, and I started with this hardcover edition of one of the Little House on the Prairie series. So On the Banks of Plum Creek is sort of where the story takes up in the TV show that was on in the 70s. So this is, you know, where they moved to the little town, and Reverend Alden is there, and Nellie Olson, and all of that. So following her instructions, Nick's instructions, I tore out the book. I Mod Podged, I reinforced the spine with masking tape, and I Mod Podged in this fabric. I thought it kind of looked calico-y. One problem was that the inside cover of the book was bright, vibrant yellow. So I painted it with a cream colored paint first, hoping that it would hide the yellow. Didn't do a great job, as you can see, but it is what it is. This is my first try. So I also added a strip of ribbon and lace on this side and a strip of blue lace on this side just to make the covers fancy. If this was a school book from a school library, and I know this because I've got the library card, and it was taken out often in the 70s. So it was kind of dirty, but what I was able to do was just carefully with a ever so slightly damp magic eraser, I went over the black marks, took them off really well. Not everything's perfect, but it sure is a heck of a lot better than it was. I'm very pleased with it. Yeah, so I've started making the pages for it, and I decided I'm just going to go slow. I'm going to carefully choose what I have and just review the book. I love these books as a girl. I've read them and read them and read them. And in this book, when Pa builds the new house and they move in, Ma takes wrapping paper and folds it and cuts it into star shapes to trim the edge of the shelves. So I've taken craft wrapping paper and accordion folded it and cut some stars myself. So that's going to be the edge of some of the pages. I've made 3 of them. I don't know if I'm going to do 3 signatures or just 2 signatures. I haven't decided yet, but I've done 3, and I think I'll have to like cover them with an image so that the stars still show, but the folds are reinforced with something else. So whether I'll do paper or whatever, or a card, I'm not quite sure. So I will distress this a bit with some ink, but other than that, I'm really happy with how these star papers turned out, and I'm feeling pretty creative. So today I was watching another Nick the Booksmith, sorry. Oh gosh, something loud's happening outside. Sorry about that. And she had posted a video a little while back about making embellishments out of book paper. So I will put the link down below so that you can see how she did it and show you my rendition. So this is a little tea bag, and you can probably read that this talks about Pa singing for Mary to put the dishes on. We'll all take tea. And I'm going to make another one just to show you how it was done. I hope it doesn't take too long. But all of the credit goes to the fantastic Darlene for sending me the link to Nick the Booksmith's videos, and to Nick the Booksmith for sharing those videos. So I have a book page here. Just gonna sort of fold it, about halfway, I guess. Just make sure it's square on the bottom. And then fold this over so that the second margin is just covering the first, like that. And one more fold, and then about half, fold it back again about 1/2 inch. So in her video, Nick the Booksmith actually put lavender, dried lavender in hers. I've left mine empty because all I was looking for was the shape of a tea bag. And I'm guessing that they probably didn't have tea bags back in, let's see, it would have been the 1870s, because in the book, Laura was 8. And then you fold down the corners so it looks like a tag. I got this book at the Goodwill outlet. So the books this month, if you buy 26 pounds of books, it's 75 cents a pound. If you buy less than 26 pounds, then they're 95 cents a pound, I think. So it wasn't expensive. Okay, this one just a little bit too much. There we go. So that'll be the back, and this will be the front. So I'm not sure where I got, oh, I know what I want to do first. I want to use my distressing ink because it makes sense to do that right now. I'm not very good at this yet, so bear with me, and if you need to scream at your computer screen, Nancy, you're doing it wrong, I will understand. I don't know that it's necessary to do both sides, but I am. And the edges and the bottom. Okay, on the first tag I put a little blue butterfly because in the story Laura talks about seeing little yellow and blue butterflies, so I picked a blue butterfly. This picture that I'm going to choose for this tag, I've got a couple of options. So when this part of the story takes place, Pa has been lost in a blizzard and Ma puts a lantern in the window, and then he comes, when he does make it back home, he was only, I think, he was within seeing distance of the house, but he couldn't see it because of the storm. So he had fallen into a gully on the creek. So I found this little image, and it looks like, you know, there's a bank there with some little trees and snow, and the sun is shining after a snowstorm. So I'm kind of torn about which one I'm going to choose. These little stickers, they came from this masking sticker set that I got at the thrift store. There's multiple sheets, and they have round stickers, and they have like 1/4 inch strips and 1/2 inch strips. These are all pastels. So I chose these ones, and I'm just going to give everything a lick of ink to, you know what, I think I'm gonna go with this one. Now that I've inked that edge, I'm really liking it. I don't know if you can see how very different it is. Okay, so let's get the glue out. So I got this glue at Michael's on the weekend with a 40% off coupon. So I'm just gonna run a bead right there. I have a brayer, also thrift store. I think I paid $2 for it. It was brand new. It was in this Stampin' Up box, so I'm sure it was very expensive once upon a time. Just gonna glue these corners down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just gonna glue the tag together at the top. Okay. So let me touch up some of this. Okay, so I will put these little round stickers on. This is just parchment paper that you would bake cookies on, more or less. And I have a punch, so I'll just sort of aim for the center. Good enough. And I'm going to add a little bit of lace here. Come on, glue. How's that? And what I think I'm gonna do, where's the picture gone? Well, like I said, I could have done this lantern. It's a little big. Picture. There it is. I am gonna line up the snow with the edge of the lace. That's not going to work, is it? Alright, so I'm going to have to take that sticker off and we'll try this again. First put the image on. And just tuck it under the lace so that the lace sort of, so it's off center, it's off the tag a little, which is okay. And let's redo this hole. There we go. All right, so I got this necklace yesterday at a thrift store. It was originally $2, but green tags were 75% off, so I paid 50 cents for it. I've already cut off one of the strands that has these shell buttons on them, and I want to copy that look. So here's my shell buttons. I've got some blue crochet cotton right here. Also a thrift store purchase. And so the way that it was done was 2 strands are threaded through the hole. fold it in half and then poke through the back to the front. There we go. And pass the ends through the loop. Okay, so I'm not going to do the whole thing. I don't want to bore you to tears, but separate the two ends, separate the individual thread, put this crochet thread through the hole of the button, and you only have to do one hole, not two. Pull it down, and then with these two strands of thread, you're going to tie a knot. So don't pull it too fast because you want to put it pretty close to the button. So here's one, and let's do another. Pretty small holes. Whoops. I'm not going to chase that. But they're big enough that I don't need a needle. Of course, any needle that would accept the crochet cotton would have a pretty big eye, and it would never go through the hole of the button anyway. Tie another knot. And move it down. I hope you can see all this fairly well. And so just continue on that way, and it doesn't matter if you go front to back, back to front, as long as those buttons get on there, because what we're looking for is some variation in color. That's why I really like the shell buttons. I think they go really well with you know, sort of that vintage sepia toned sort of vibe that we're going for in this journal. Anyway, so I'd probably do 5 on each string like I did on this one. Trim off the ends, and I've got my photo album here that I got that I'm going to tuck my embellishments in as I finish them. So I'll tuck in this first image and carry on. So thank you so much for watching this video. I know that this isn't my usual kind of thing, but I did want to share it because I really enjoy the process, and I wanted to share it with you. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you would like to see more images or tutorials or pictures of what I'm doing with my first ever junk journal, let me know that too. If this sort of thing isn't your cup of tea, alright, I'll knock it off and go back to doing my hauls. Anyway, it's Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to doing some more crafting this week. Take care, and we'll talk again soon.